Good evening. It's Saturday, the 14th of November 2020. Happy Diwali. And this is Book for the Day. And my name's Diane Hands, and I'm going to read you a story from Hearts on the Rise, Connections Through Corona. And because today I'm going to be reading a story that I've written for Hearts on the Rise, Connections Through Corona, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about myself. I'm married, have 3 daughters and 4 grandchildren, and my husband and I live in Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire, which is in the United Kingdom. In 2013, I saw there was a need for adults over the age of 21 with special needs to help with their growth and development. So I started a charity called I Have a Voice Too, where we have drama groups that are led by a professional director. On the 29th of March, I woke up not feeling very well. Couldn't tell you exactly what I was feeling, but I stayed in bed because I was really feeling sleepy. Stayed in bed, and I spent most of the day sleeping. But on the 30th of March, we were supposed to be going away on holiday. I can't go on holiday feeling like this, but I needed to have my blood checked before I went anyway. So go to have my INR check, and the nurse I see knows me quite well, and she said, "Oh, what's the matter?" And I tell her that I'm feeling faint. I've been sleeping a lot, and I'll get you on the duty doctor's list, and I'll get him to give you a call. But come on, let's check your blood. So, finger pricked, sitting there waiting for the machine to register. What? It's 8. It's never been that high before. Well, it's supposed to be 2.5 to 3.5. My nurse says, "Come on, I've got to get some vitamin K into you quickly." She leaves me sitting there, and a doctor walks in that I haven't seen before. He asked me if I'd walk to the surgery that day, and I said no. I'd gone from walking nearly 2 miles a day to barely walking 20 yards. The doctor asks if he can examine me, which he does, and gives me a thorough check over. And he says he doesn't think I have this COVID-19, but I did have something that was very worrying. But first of all, he said we need to get you some vitamin K, which he brings along in a syringe, which I have to squirt into my mouth. Ugh, it's absolutely awful. That must be one of the worst tasting medicines ever. The doctor explains I need to come back the next day, but stresses that if I have any concerns, that I get short of breath, I bruise, I start to bleed, I call an ambulance. So David takes me home. I have some soup and some toast, and I go to bed and sleep. I've developed a cough. But the next day, when I go back, my blood level is better, but still not where it should be. So I'm to go back again on Friday. But before then, I start to cough. I'm not bringing up anything. On the Thursday, I get a call from the doctor's surgery just to talk to me about my appointment on the Friday. I start coughing. Oh, she says, I'm sorry. You can't come to the doctor's surgery with a cough like that. We'll make you an appointment for Monday, and somebody will call you before 11 o'clock to assess you. My cough gets worse, and I feel so ill. I go to sleep and wake up coughing. I'm cold. I pull the shawl over my head. I pull the duvets round me. I make sure that the duvet that I'm laying on is straight. And I curl up in the duvets. I'm wearing my hospital socks. I shouldn't be cold. I just can't get warm. It's very dark in our bedroom. There's only a small light coming through the window from the street lamp. And I see this coffin in the corner of the bedroom. Please, I don't want to die. I've still got so much to do. And there are people that I need to make my peace with. Please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. I pray. I pray. I promise that I'll be an ambassador for you if you just let me live. Please. I wake David. I ask him to give me a blessing, which he does. And he tells me not to worry about the material things, but to rest. Which I do. But I can't go to sleep. And then dawn comes. And I say thank you for being here. David says to me that I'd talked about dying, and we hadn't talked about it very much. He said, I know that you don't want to be cremated, that you want to be buried. So he cuddled me and we talked about that I wanted to be buried in woodland, that my hospital bag was in the wardrobe and my clothes that I want to be buried in are in the other wardrobe, and my white dress is hanging in the wardrobe too. I'd written a list out of what jewellery I'd like each of the girls to have. And just having that sorted, I felt so much better. David then gave me some water and I drifted off to sleep. So that's the conclusion of this story. To find out more, that will be in the second book, but it will be also on the blog spot. Connections through Corona, blogspot.com. Thank you. Until tomorrow.